Morning, Kathy.
Good morning, Eva. How are you doing today?
Very good, thank you.
Good. And Rob's on. Good morning, Rob. Let's see, what do we have going on here? Hey, you guys, tonight, I guess, is the Pearl and Above call. And I know I'm speaking to a few people that are not Pearl and Above, but that'll be our little secret. You can hop on. I'm going to put the link on our, I don't know if it's out there for everybody or not, but I'm going to put it on the Achievers in a little while. Make myself a note so I remember. And if you want to hop on the call, the Pearl and Above call, even though you're not Pearls and Above, hop on. If they,
Yeah, that'd be good. Mm-hmm.
If they ask you, you know, hey, you know, you're not a Pearl, why are you on the call? Say, Kathy said, throw me under the bus, I don't care. Say, Kathy said it is okay, you know, sorry, whatever. And, or Kathy invited me, whatever.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good one.
And you know, then if they ask you to leave, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine too. If Casey's the speaker, he's gonna understand.
You better, huh?
No, I was on it last week, Kathy, and they don't ask. They don't ask if you're. They're not going to ask you.
Right. So take advantage of it. If you're available, hop on. And you know, and I don't know. I have not been on, so I do not know. But hop on. Good morning, Joanne, rock star. Dang.
Yeah.
Oh, she's looking for the. She's muted. She can't.
All hail Joanne. All hail Joanne.
Yeah. She's trying to find us.
I think she's still connecting, y'all. You're gonna have to do it again when she gets connected.
Right. Yeah. So awesome. We got a bunch of people on today. We got it. If you weren't on yesterday, you missed David Daniel. He's, you know, I always tell you guys he's here for us. He may not always be in the front row seats of everything, but he's available if we need him. And he is definitely on a mission to you know, get to Diamond. And so he's definitely willing to help any of us that need help. And Joanne still can't hear.
He also doesn't like being Miles' weak leg.
Right, absolutely. So we don't want that. And so that includes, and that includes you, Rob, that includes Karen, you know, being part of, because that would be Casey's team, Casey's organization is Miles Stallard's weak leg. That's not good. So let's kick it up a notch. So
Joanne's tackling it by herself.
Huh?
Joanne is tackling it by herself.
Heck yeah, she's got it down. We can see you on two different screens here.
Well, you know what? I couldn't get any audio on my computer.
We can tell it's still saying that it's still trying to connect. It's got a message.
Exactly. So I'm going to turn, and then I went on the first one I went on to, there's too many login spots on, you know, to hit the Zoom. So I hit the last one on Accountable Achievers. Well, I kept waiting for that one to come on, and that one didn't want to do. Let me get off the computer one. Yeah. And so I'm telling you, this morning isn't good. So how do I get off of this one?
Well, you missed us all congratulating you again, rock star
Oh,
that you are.
well, thank you.
Yes. All hail Joanne. All hail Joanne.
Yeah.
I am having
You
so
are
much
our
fun.
hero.
I'm
Yes.
having so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yesterday we asked, for anyone that missed that call, yesterday we were talking to Joanne about, and David about the, getting these people on as business partners using, the fact that they wanted to be a customer, and then why not just spend a little extra and get that discounted package, the $199.95 package, and be a business partner. Who knows, if you fall in love with the product, you're going to tell people, and this is what she's telling them, you're going to share, right? You're not going to keep that to yourself. If you're feeling amazing after taking the product, you're going to tell people. And then wouldn't you like to have the fact that you're a business partner in your back pocket so you could, earn additional income? So I think it's a great idea. And David said the same thing. He's not, approaching people that are interested in the business really with that package, unless it's like a last resort. But as customers, that's who they're reaching out to for these for those packages. So fantastic job. Keep doing it. It's that's awesome.
Can I tell you about the lady yesterday?
Yes.
So she tells me her husband has ALS. And I said, really? I said, I have a friend who has ALS. And I said, man, these supplements I take have just done phenomenal for him. And I said, maybe you know him. His name is Steven Sykes. She said, I do. I know his name from Facebook. Is that not amazing?
Yeah.
And so she said, let me tell my husband. And then she called me back yesterday and said, yes, he's interested.
Wow. Wow.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
And you just converted her from a customer to a business partner?
Well, here was the thing. I told her, she also had her house burned down in February. Her arms were all red, and it wasn't from the flames. It was the heat that burned her. And literally, we all heard about it on the news. It was the end of February. She had gotten out of the shower, had a towel wrapped around her. People are banging on her door. She opens the door and she sees smoke. Her husband is in a wheelchair. The neighbor and his son got him out. She said the house burned in 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so they lost everything. And so, right away, the thing was, there's no reason to be, she might as well bid her product continuously at the cheapest price. That's just another way of helping her. And don't you know, she's on that site. She's got to know some of those people by communicating with them over time very well. There's no telling how many people she'll share with, because she has a business partner. And do you know, she got in as a customer, but as soon as we were finished, as a business partner, as soon as we were finished, she wanted to get in with her ID, like my ID I gave her, jfaircloth.kayani.com. She immediately got in it. She sent me a text. It didn't work. And I'm thinking, look at this. Here, she is already being a business partner by trying to see how to do it to give to somebody.
Yeah.
And so then I did it for her, and sent it in a text and said, just click it and it works. So that way she could see how I did it. She put @.
Yeah.
It took me a while to figure out that she put her name at Kayani.com.
Right. Instead of
and not .Kayani.com. But anyway, so immediately, so see how you don't know. So the whole time you're thinking they want to just be a customer per business partner. She's already trying to figure out how to use her login to give to people. So, hey, please don't judge anybody. Don't think you know more than they do.
Yeah.
Give them the facts. Anyway, just wanted to share that.
I love it. That is great. And so true. You know, when people are excited about something and they want to share with people. So very good. Anyone else have anything? Any new business partners that slipped by us?
I had a guest on last night for the overview, and she lives in New Orleans. She's a former co-worker, was laid off a few years ago from Chevron, took the package, I guess. She was retired. But she said she liked the product. She hung up when it came to the business side, so that was fine. Because I was really thinking of her more for a customer. I'm judging. I guess I shouldn't have judged, but I saw when she hung up. Anyway, I sent her the link. She wants more information. She said, I wish, because David Jones did the overview last night, and he kind of went through the products quickly. They do that because they want to get to the business side. So she was wanting to know more benefits. So I shared Team Fusion Family website because I know it has a lot of the detail, and I know she's detailed. She'd like that stuff. So I also sent her my link to order. So I'm gonna follow up with her today.
Great. And maybe something Dr. Andreas has out there that might be interesting to her as well. You know, I wouldn't, send it yet. I would just tell her if if she would like to see any other additional information. There's a ton of stuff out there, and I'd be happy to share with you. So good deal. And good job of getting out there and doing your boot camp this morning, man.
It was my first day back, and they, it's different because they have this little squares. They have all the what we need, and I didn't know what the class was going to be until I got there, and I probably wouldn't have gone if I'd known it was cardio. going back to cardio the first time kicked my butt. I had to run to the bathroom. I felt like I was going to throw up a couple of times. I was like, oh my God, but I survived it.
Awesome.
And I was glad to be back.
That's fantastic.
Got my Burn Boot Camp shirt on.
See,
Texas strong. Anyway.
Awesome. Well, one thing that I saw on Facebook, it was a friend of mine that does, she's a coach. I don't know exactly. I don't know her well enough to know all the details, but she's in orchestra. She plays, I think, a viola. I don't even know what that looks like. I was in band. I wasn't in orchestra, so there's it's a totally different ball game there. But she was doing a Facebook Live because right now, they're not playing at any. You think about it. The churches that have orchestras, okay, well, they're not. A lot of them aren't even having church right now, so they're not having the orchestras play. They, the concerts and stuff. All everything's been stopped, and even the small gigs that she might have had, even weddings and things like that, everything's been changed. So her topic was how to stay motivated when normally when you're motivated on your results of being at an event or having to have this number memorized for this event, and it really hit me because now it's being self-motivated to make sure that when she does show up at the next event that they do have, even if it's a month down the road, she knows what she's doing and she hasn't forgot how to play her instrument. I mean, because really, if you don't use it, you lose it, right? So she said, even and the way that she covered it, it was self-motivation. And then she was like, you have to have the desire. Okay, we've heard that before. You got to have the desire. And what's your desire? Your why. And get back to your, your focus and your why. And then, what are the results that you want to achieve? What is it that you're striving for? What goal are you trying to reach? And then, and then what's the structure? What do you need to do to make that happen? So what kind of structure do you need to put into your everyday life to make that happen? So I thought, oh my gosh, here she is talking about music and how to just stay on the right path to be able to, come out strong, and look like the amazing viola player that she is, in a month and or two. And we're, it's like, oh my gosh, this really applies to what we're doing. And so we have the self-motivation to, make sure that we're plugged in. We know what our why is. We know, we've got the desire. Otherwise, we wouldn't be on this call. And the results that we want to achieve, what is that goal? And attach a feeling to that, not just, I want to be a diamond. Oh man, I want to be a diamond, and the dress that I'm going to wear and how slim I'm going to look and whatever it is, the shoes that I'm going to have on, those red bottom shoes, whatever it is, that gives you that emotional feeling. Or it might be who's in the audience watching me walk across stage. It might be who we are locking arms with walking across stage together. Whatever the situation is, picture that, whatever moves you. And then the structure, meaning what does it take every day to make that happen? Whether it's plugging into calls, whether it's, it's definitely going to take some action. So if it means reaching out to 10 people a day, if it means reaching out to 50 people a day, whatever your number is, do it. And before Jacob Wernitznig has the perfect thing, and I can't even remember what it says, but on his bed before he goes to bed, it's on his headboard. How many lives have I touched today, or something, some kind of reminder to let you know, I need to make sure that before I go to bed, I need to reach out to 3 more people. I only reached out to, however many. I've got 3 left. And so before my head touches the pillow, I've got to reach out to 3 more. And so do it. Just, even if you've got 1 foot in the bed, get back out. It doesn't take much to go do those extras, and then some. And Mary Kay always called it the and then some. If you do, once you reach that target that you want to get done, then do the and then some. That's just a couple extra. And then guess what? That's going to put you even way past. You're going to definitely hit your goal, and you might even pass it up. So that's what I got. I just thought I would share. It was just so good. And she, that it just applied to what we're doing, and it's what everyone's going through right now. Yes, Joanne.
I just read, you know how we say, I'll do it later? But what if later is too late? Isn't that good?
Yes. Don't put off to tomorrow what you can do today. Yeah, later could be too late.
Yep.
And that applies to everything.
It does.
Wow. That's a powerful statement. Love it.
Did y'all sign up for Marina Worry's Empowerment Women thing, whatever?
I did not.
I decided to last night. And I mean, what the heck? It's for the most powerful women in network marketing online event, totally free.
Is it free?
Yes. Yep.
Wow.
So,
I saw it pop up on
Absolutely
my
free.
screen, but I didn't do it. So when is it?
okay, so it is June 2nd, Tuesday.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm sure I've got another email on it because I haven't.
I'm sure you do. I did.
Yeah.
I have an email, but I think I deleted it because I didn't even open it. I need to look back in my throwaway.
Yeah. I'm with you because I thought it was go do something and I gotta tell you with I'm gonna tell on myself a lot of the I'm not the best with the women events. I'm not
Maybe
there.
she'll have men as presenters.
Yeah. I'm not the best with the women events. I get it. I understand them, but I felt like I had plenty of women events over the years with the Mary Kay.
Yep.
So I kind of have stepped away from that. And a lot of times I'll get invited to, oh, they're having a women's event, and I don't get excited about it. But I will tell you, some of those women that are at GoPro are worth following. And amazing people. And there's one, Candace is busy right now, but there's one that Candace follows that, oh my gosh, she's a crazy lady, but she is so good.
Jessie Lee.
Yes, thank you. I could not think of her name. Yeah, she's awesome. But and she's got some stuff on YouTube and everything else. She's out there, but she's got some great information, great
Her
stuff.
energy
Well,
level, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Kathy, I heard that Marina asked David Nieves to present, so.
I'm there. He's so dang cute.
Even after he left Kyani, I still see him on live every once in a while, and I'm like, I really don't want to watch you, but I'll watch you anyway.
What's he doing?
I have no idea.
I have
He
no
does
idea.
his motivational stuff, and I don't know what business he's in.
Yeah.
He finally responded to me a year and a half after I sent him a message.
Same here. You know what? He because I was very angry about that. And I was. And because I had actually talked to him in Dallas, and he was like, yeah, just send me a message. And it was like, it was a good conversation in Dallas, and just let me know. I'd love to sit down with you guys, whatever. And then he ghosted me, and I was so mad. And
That was when we were in San Diego, right, Kathy?
San Diego, but he had something else going on, you could tell, and because he wasn't present for the whole event. And I mean, he was there, but he wasn't present. And then he left out before the event was over. So I don't know what all he had going on, but he was definitely not with us there. But anyway, so yeah, a year later, I hear from him, and he apologized, but I was like, oh well, whatever. We've got people. Who needs David Nieves? So
Oh, Jason just sent the link to the women's GoPro.
terrific.
Uh-huh.
Great.
Attaboy, Jason.
Thank you, Jason. Yeah.
Nice.
You're
yeah.
very welcome.
Yeah, and you can, it's good information. Rob, you can sign in as Roberta, and Jason, you can sign in.
I'll use Jackie's name. That's fine. That's
There
no
you go,
problem.
Jackie. Yeah. It's online. Who cares?
It's funny. Oh,
Where there's a will, there's a way. And so, really, for sure, on the scrolling above tonight, I'll send that out. So we'll have, if y'all want to hop on, and make them kick us off. So, what else do we have?
Kathy, how did the launch go on Friday?
It went great. I did not want it to last an hour and a half, but guess what? It was about an hour and a half, wasn't it? Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
But it was
that's not a bad thing. It's going to take an hour for a good launch. If you do it less than an hour, you probably didn't cover everything you should have covered.
right. I just get afraid that sometimes we're overwhelming them with too much information. But she had a lot of great questions, and she shared her why. And in the beginning, we started with that, and just really got to know each other, and walked her through some of the sites and things, so that way she'd feel more comfortable, and explained even something as simple as we've got the Accountable Achievers, we've got Kairos, we've got we've got the Jade Factory, we've got Kairos, we've got Team Fusion, we've got Kyani. What? For a new person coming in, their head spinning, saying, "What is all this? What?" So we walked through that with her, and that was one of her questions. So I don't.
Yeah,
Just,
the redundancy is overwhelming when you first start out.
yeah, and I can remember, right in the beginning, I didn't have a freaking clue what Kairos. It took me 6 months to figure out what Kairos was. It wasn't anything that it didn't seem to matter to me. I just went with the flow, whatever. But
Kathy,
yeah.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How comfortable or how familiar are you with the Pro 2 app right now?
I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not familiar with it. I've done what Joanne has done with going on the computer and looking around and finding some things, but I have not done the training yet. And I was excited to hear what Angie Hernandez said yesterday. Just go through and watch everything. That way you know it.
Well, I got a business partner up in Oklahoma. He's a veterinarian I picked up from Landmark.
I remember him.
Yeah, he's out there by himself, not doing anything. And I was going to try to get him plugged into Sadie White. But Sadie's not doing any kind of meetings. Everything's online. So I can introduce him to the Pro 2, which is pretty much all you need if you're by yourself, because it does everything for you. If I can have a relaunch with him and somebody kind of go over the Pro 2 a little bit more, that would be awesome. He is interested of trying to get connected. It just is, he's out there by himself, and he's not going to do anything by himself. So I would like to try to introduce him to the Pro 2.
Yeah. Well,
I think with that alone, you could probably launch yourself. Just watching it yesterday, I did watch the launch process, and you're supposed to be with your upline, but if you don't have somebody available, you could definitely walk through it yourself. It's pretty easy, actually. I was
You
impressed.
said you did watch it, Michelle?
I did. Mm-hmm.
Well, I look at it, that's a good idea, because we could even do that on a Zoom. We could be on a Zoom listening to it
Right.
together, or let him listen to it, and he could ask questions along the way.
I did have an issue. I sent Eva a link from the Pro 2, and she said she couldn't open it. But when
I couldn't.
when I clicked on the link that I sent her, it opened, and then it sent me all this stuff saying that Eva opened it.
Well,
Um,
yesterday, Angie Hernandez mentioned that there are some, there's still
Bugs.
some hiccups,
Yeah.
still some bugs. Oh, Joanne got that. Yeah.
The other thing is the 199 is not on that. So if you're talking to somebody right now and wanting to, don't send them from there the link because they won't find the 199. You got to use your other one.
Okay.
Are you talking about the convention pack, Joanne?
No, the sign up for the 199 business partner.
Gotcha.
It's
Gotcha.
not in that because that's for all the time and they didn't put it in it.
Rob, what's that guy's name in Oklahoma? I forgot it.
Bill Mitchell. It's William, but he goes by
William.
Bill Mitchell.
Yeah, I met him as William. Him and his wife both were in our landmark class.
Right.
Yeah, nice guy. And he's
Yeah,
actually,
he joined April 1st, right after we had our thing in March, and talked to Casey, and he joined April 1st. I mean, he just boom out of the gate. He was ready, but nothing.
yeah, okay. I had the same thing with Monique, and she came in at the $2,000 pack. Nothing.
Well, I got him to buy the buy one get one a couple months back when he did that, so he did buy some volume then. But
Yeah. Yeah, I got Monique a doctor for a customer and still nothing. I need to get my doctor customer back. Oh, well.
introduce her to Dr. Alavi.
Do what?
Introduce her to Dr. Alavi.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a great idea. Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah,
Mastermind.
and actually, so what I was just training on the thing with the self motivation and the desire, the results, structure, all of that. That came from a girl from Landmark as well. But that was because of her orchestra and her work that she's doing on her own. But apparently she's some sort of coach as well. I don't know what kind of coach. But I told her in my note to her, we've just been talking back and forth, that she would, is that you, Eva? Okay, I'm muted. That would apply to anything. That applies to working out. That applies to, our 90-day fitness challenge, or really, I think that 90-day challenge is not necessarily fitness either. It's just a 90-day challenge, what you're doing. And it can be anything. So, but related to our products as well. So, we get mental clarity with these products, and maybe, that might be just what somebody needed to make it to the next level in business with their company. Say they have a day job and they just needed that mental clarity and focus to get to their next position and get a
Morning.
Yeah. Rob?
No, just I'm out walking. I said good morning to somebody.
Oh.
I don't think it's rain.
Oh well. Yeah, so anyone else have anything? Anything anyone wants to add? What did I called on Candace earlier when she was busy.
Sorry, my big boss was here
I saw.
talking to
He was,
me.
like, waving his arms and stuff. I was like,
He's
oh.
very no, it was exciting. You're like no, I'm like
Okay.
no.
Yeah, I was
I
thinking.
haven't seen.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was that I was asking or using you. Oh, I know what it was. We were talking about the girls event for GoPro. Marina Wari is
Oh
doing.
yeah.
Yeah, and I couldn't think of that girl's name, and I can't think of it again. Your mom,
Jessie Lee.
Jessie Lee. Yeah, write it down. Yes. Oh my gosh, that girl is
Nuts.
crazy.
I like her.
What do you say? Cray cray. She's a little cray cray.
I want myself to be like a mixture of her and a mixture of the one in Florida, the little girl, she's in Kiani. What's her name?
Maria.
Maria Asensio.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like two firecrackers, but two like different, like, you know,
Different.
I want
Yeah.
to be in the middle. Not too much of Jessie Lee, but
Yeah. Jessie Lee, her voice and her it makes you nuts. If if you just focus on that, you would turn her off. But if you
Amen.
listen to her and the content, you're like, wow, she's amazing.
You mean like the lady selling furniture on TV?
I have missed the lady.
Oh my gosh. If you've not heard her voice, she drives you crazy. She's selling one thing and giving you everything free. Oh my gosh, you got to hear her.
Yes.
I would like to get her in, Kiani.
And Joanne, you probably can. we're gonna go look for a coffee table or something.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do it, Kathy.
Yeah, I would do it just to watch you in action.
And if I saw her, you could bet I'd accomplish it.
I know you would. I know you would. Oh, well. All right, guys. That's all I got for you today. Go out and make it a great day. And feel free to hop on that Pearl and Above call. Nobody knows. I'll send it.
Okay, I will. I know I will. Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'll send the link out to our page.
Thank you, Kathy.
All right.
Have a good day.
Thanks, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye. Tom.
Bye.